Ladies and gentlemen, 5 years since being arrested for their alleged role in planning violence that saw 53 people being killed during the Delhi riots, the group that came to be known as the Tukre Tukre lobby for their divisive speeches, including Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, have now been denied bail yet again. The Delhi High Court said almost what has been repeated every single time they are refused a respite, that the violence was premeditated and part of well-orchestrated conspiracy. In scathing observations, the court said that the actions of the accused threaten nation's unity and integrity, and about the argument that the accused have been languishing in jail for a very long time and the process is turning into their punishment, well, the court was clear. Delay cannot be the sole factor for granting bail, as hurried trial will affect the rights of both the accused and the state. Despite the court citing grave role of accused like Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid in the riot conspiracy, the India Alliance rushed to shed tears, claiming injustice to accused as they were, of course, Muslims. For them, people like Sharjeel and Umar Khalid are bright students who are wrongly being treated as criminals, not those wanting to divide India. Congress even went a step further with the party's Kerala unit questioning the judiciary itself. But watch who the opposition is trying to defend.
हमें 5 लाख लोग हमारे पास हो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, तो हम हिंदुस्तान और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को परमानेंटली कट कर सकते हैं, पर हम परमानेंटली नहीं तो कम से कम 1 महीने के लिए तो कट कर ही सकते हैं। मतलब इतना मवाद डाले पटरियों पर, रोड पे, उनको हटाने में 1 महीना लगे, है कि नहीं? जाए एयरफोर्स से, असम को काटना हमारी जिम्मेदारी है। असम और इंडिया कट के अलग हो जाए, तभी ये हमारी बात सुनेंगे। तो अगर हमें असम की मदद करनी है तो हमें असम का रास्ता बंद करना होगा फौज के लिए, समझ रहे हैं? फौज के लिए और जितने भी जो भी यहाँ से सप्लाई जा रहा है बंद करो, और वो बंद कर सकते हैं क्योंकि चिकन नेक्स्ट मुसलमानों का है।
Without adjudication, without conviction, without court conviction, they are already being punished. Why? Because they belong to particular religion, that is, they belong to Muslim.
कातिल दंगाई इस मुल्क में हुकूमतों के बड़े बड़े सरगना बने बैठे हुए हैं। हम ये कह सकते हैं कि जब जवानी होती है, जब आप स्टूडेंट मोमेंट में होते हैं, जब आप यूथ मोमेंट में होते हैं, आपकी कोई बातें हार्श हो सकती हैं सत्ता के लिए। हाई कोर्ट में उनको बतौर क्रिमिनल पेश किया गया, उनको जिस तरह से ट्रीट किया जा रहा है, ये भारत के इतिहास में लिखा जाएगा कि उनके साथ अन्याय हुआ।
आज फिर से कांग्रेस और उसके समर्थित इकोसिस्टम को झटका पड़ा है जब उमर खालिद, शर्जील इमाम सहित बेल जो दिल्ली दंगों के मास्टरमाइंड रहे हैं वो रिजेक्ट की गई है दिल्ली हाईकोर्ट के द्वारा। ये दिखाता है कि ये दंगे जो हुए वो स्पॉन्टेनियस नहीं, वो स्पॉन्सर्ड थे, और किस प्रकार से हिंदुओं को चुन चुन कर मारा गया।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate with Gaurav Bhatia is Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate in the Supreme Court. Also joining is advocate Anmol Panwar of the Aam Aadmi Party. But my first question goes to Abdul Razak Khan, political analyst. And Abdul Razak Khan, now even the courts being blamed for going against minorities, really? When you don't have a legal argument, is this the best argument that can be made? And their students, bright students, that's exactly what was said about Burhan Wani. I want to ask you, if the court is making that observations that these are grave conspiracies that were hashed by these people, would you still want to risk India's security, given the statements that have been made by Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid in the past, and say the process is the punishment? That's really the constitution that is being upheld?
Navika ji, that is what the Delhi police has been saying to the court since 5 years. Why can't the Delhi police bring in evidence and show to the court that this is the evidence? Just merely for being in some WhatsApp groups, he is being, simply in jail for about 5 years. Why isn't the trial started? I am just saying that this is travesty of justice. This is mockery of the judicial system of this country. Justice delayed is justice denied. I would like to say today, there are so many other criminals who said, "Goli maro salon ko, mulle kaate jayenge jantar mantar."
Please, let's not use unparliamentary language on a national channel. These words are deplorable, should not be used on national television. And Abdul Razak Khan, you better apologize for that. The channel completely decries, and I take away your opportunity to speak for using such words. Are you going to apologize? Are you going to apologize?
This was said in Jantar Mantar.
Well, are you going to apologize for saying that on Times Now, Abdul Razak Khan? Well, if you don't, then you lose your chance to speak. I'm sorry. That's where my democracy ends. And, behavior on national television really will have to be accountable. Advocate Anmol Panwar, I want to only ask you this. Are you going to now blame the courts when they say that they cannot give bail because the accusations are very, very strong in this case, and they cannot give bail because the state's rights might also be affected? Can you actually deny that? Are you saying security of the nation is not a concern of the opposition parties?
Good evening, Navika ji. Navika ji, we believe in the law of the land. We believe in the Indian judiciary, and the judgment rendered by the Honorable Division Bench of the Delhi High Court has been passed after considering all the law and facts in question. And if anyone is not satisfied with that, they have an efficacious remedy to appeal before the Honorable Supreme Court. But as an Indian, I believe that the Honorable Division Bench has passed the order, considering all the aspects, considering all the material aspects, and they have very categorically said that delay itself cannot constitute a ground for granting bail. But at this time, we must reflect, Navika ji, that one of our states. Well, can I get 10 more seconds?
Oh, I thought you finished your point because you paused.
Yeah, please.
It was a long, pregnant pause.
No. Let him come.
Navika ji, at this point of time, we must reflect that whether Umar Khalid is important or one of the state which is reeling under severe floods in the last 5 decades. Is this trivial issue important? Or the people of Punjab who stood with our nation shoulder to shoulder, but our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has not even uttered a single word, not even given any assistance to the state. वो पंजाब जिसके लोग जो है तन मन धन से जब भी देश किसी मुसीबत में होता है उनके साथ खड़े होते हैं, आज उसे जरूरत है पूरे देश की, आज उसे पूरे देश की जरूरत है।
because of the paucity of time, I would only make one statement. Nobody cares for the people of Punjab more than the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Every Indian is standing with the citizenry of Punjab. But today's topic is very important. Navika, now these two accused, Sharjeel Imam and Umar Khalid, are being portrayed as innocent. Itne bhole bhale bacche hain. What have they done? The nation has the right to know. Before we talk about the judgment of the High Court. Sharjeel Imam said Siliguri corridor, which is the chicken neck, should be cut off from the mainland of our country. Imagine, is this not waging war against the country? Can there be a bigger sin than this? And here comes a sympathizer saying, Bichara bachcha bhola bhala, bol gaya, thoda sa zyada. And what did Umar Khalid do? Umar Khalid, and I am reading from the judgment itself, Umar Khalid visited the Seelampur protest site, and Umar Khalid directed others, local women of Seelampur, to stockpile knives, bottles, acid, stones, chili powder and other dangerous articles for use in the riots. Imagine. Now these people are being portrayed as innocent student leaders. They are not. Second, have faith in the judiciary of the country, very rightly put by the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. If you're aggrieved by the order, you have an efficacious remedy, go to the Supreme Court. And don't forget, this very Delhi High Court gave bail to
Devangana Kalita and Natasha Narwal. At that time, the judiciary was good. Today, the judiciary is bad. Third, how can they say this person is being punished for being a Muslim? They said the same thing for Yaqub Memon, who was a terrorist. But they said he is a Muslim, so he should not be hanged. And I will tell you one thing. I am a foot soldier of the legal system of India. The judiciary does not discriminate on the basis of religion. They do justice. If somebody will have an evil eye towards our country, the judiciary will come down heavily, and that is what the Honorable Delhi High Court has done, and rightly so.
Well, Abdul Razak Khan, if you promise not to use incendiary
Navika ji,
words and
जैसे bail is the
unparliamentary
rule-
words, I will allow you to make your point.
Navika ji, I did not say those words. I just said that these kind of words were used openly in public to instigate people. And those people are roaming freely. I am not saying those words. In this country, bail is the rule. Jail is an exception. Okay, let the trial start. Is he already convicted? No. So let there be bail for him. He is not just an individual, Navika ji. He is the voice of dissent. Umar Khalid is an idea. Umar Khalid is an idea. He is not just an individual. You know why this is being done? This is
an idea that needs to be dead.
This is to
an idea that needs
the
to be
voices against the government.
An idea which is against
Sir.
Bharat. Remember that. So what
No,
is
sir.
an idea?
Why
Every
why
idea will
isn't
not
the
flourish
Delhi
in India,
police
especially
producing
an
any
idea which
evidence?
breaks our country.
Let
What
the
are you
Delhi
talking about?
police produce evidence.
What are you
He has
supporting an
applied
idea
for bail
which says
14 times.
that please break the chicken leg from the mainland? Are you supporting that idea? The Northeast should be severed from India. Are you
Sir,
supporting
I
that
will
idea?
never
Say yes.
support anything against my
I want to hear
motherland.
that.
Gaurav
Then
Bhatia
Sharjeel
ji, I will
Imam did
never
exactly
support
that.
anything against the
Sharjeel
motherland.
Imam did
What
exactly
I am
that.
trying to say, all these...
So then you should condemn people like
Sir, I am
Sharjeel
talking
Imam.
about Umar
Not
Khalid.
Well,
support them.
Ishkaran
Not say they are innocent.
Bhandari,
Don't
Ishkaran
say that.
Bhandari, I mean such pain. There are millions of ordinary people where cases are stuck in various courts of law, but the opposition doesn't feel the pinch for any of those. Who do they feel the pinch for? Sharjeel Imam, Umar Khalid. Everybody has the right to justice, fair enough. But these two individuals, now the court's being questioned for that, and that is the example being set by the Congress party.
Navika ji, the last line you use is the most important. It's a despicable strategy where you question courts. In fact, you cast aspersions directly and indirectly on honorable judges for passing a judgment as per the facts, the material on record, and the law applicable. It was a division bench of the finest judges in the country. They saw the facts, the law, and it is not only merely he was a member of WhatsApp group. If you have a plan, and they just now said it's an idea, Sharjeel Imam, Umar Khalid, etc. ideas. But if your idea is to separate India from Northeast, if your idea is to have an actionable plan of 5 lakh people to join in order to do it, if your idea is to create WhatsApp group, administer them, and tell people how to carry out the division of India, or to create protests all over India, or to make life difficult, or to indulge in riots, then those ideas need to be nipped in the bud, whether it be the idea of Afzal Guru, whether it be the idea of Yaqub Memon, who were also called intellectuals, professors, this and that, or it be idea of people like this. The second aspect, delay in trial. The court went into it. I wish people had read it yesterday on your debate, on Times Now debate. I read out the portion where if the accused himself or the co-accused are trying to delay the trial, can they take the benefit of that? You cannot take the benefit of your own action. If you deliberately delay it, then you
on
cannot...
14 occasions, on
Yes,
14
and
occasions,
the judgment goes into that.
accused themselves, as many people allege, they were shopping for benches. On 14 occasions, they themselves took adjournments in the court. And today, is that something that becomes the biggest defense in this matter for the accused Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam? That really is the question. Misplaced priorities and absolutely misplaced sensitivity at this moment. The sensitivity should have been towards those who lost their lives and those who were at the receiving end of these riots in these riots of Delhi. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all my panelists. But before I wrap up the news hour tonight, ladies and gentlemen, good news coming up. Well, the GST Council briefing is going to take place at 10 p.m. and Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will brief all the 4 slabs coming down to 2 slabs, just 28% and 18%. That's the decision our sources are telling us that has been taken. Formal announcement, well, just hold on, sit tight in your seats as I take a short break, and on the other side, Madhav Das Gopalakrishnan with the News Hour agenda coming up with the breaking news on some cheer for you, the consumer and the viewer. Good night, be well.